What's up, everybody? J-Heat SportsMedia coming at y'all again with that fire as always, spinning the hot topics and getting the sports conversation started. Y'all know what I'm talking about: football, basketball, and boxing. Want to get into some basketball, professional basketball. The Sacramento Kings, more importantly, Coach Mike Brown. It's time to give him some credit where credit's due. Let's talk about it. So, Coach Mike Brown and the Sacramento Kings. We've been waiting for the Sacramento Kings to come back to life since the days when Chris Webber, Peja Stojakovic, Mike Bibby, and before that, White Chocolate was there. It's been a little bit of a while. Remember, I used to be a big fan of Sacramento back when Mitch the Rock Richmond used to play there. Sacramento's a really good sports town as far as the fans, but they haven't been much enough and kind of a laughingstock at times as far as the NBA is concerned, because when you go to Sacramento to play, if you're a good team, you expect to beat them pretty much. Now, De'Aaron Fox came in with a lot of promise. You know, at one point they thought Marvin Bagley was going to help. They've made some moves, and now they got Sabonis there, who I really like that move when they made that. That being said, still hasn't translated to playoffs, which is what we talk about. You know, regular season, you get you a good game here and there, that's whatever. But as they say, I think it was the great Herm Edwards, playoffs. Oh, actually, it wasn't Herm Edwards. It was my guy that was the coach for the Colts at the time, if I'm not mistaken. Regardless, main point is Sacramento hasn't been relevant, and now they are, and this is big time. Mike Brown took over as the coach, as everybody knows. Now, what we don't know, or at least what we don't give credit to when it comes to Mike Brown, is we got to remember his history. This is the same Mike Brown that helped coach the Cleveland Cavaliers when LeBron James was the league MVP for his first two league MVPs back in 2009 and 2010. Had their defense in Cleveland top tier, and along with him and LeBron James's partnership, people genuinely thought these guys could win a title. I ain't have a lot of good guys on that team overall, no disrespect, as Kevin Durant recently said. But LeBron James was good enough with Mike Brown's coaching to get these guys to high levels and have him have commercials with the Kobe and the LeBron James dolls and everything when we were expecting them to go to a championship until Dwight Howard said, hold up on that. And that being said, Mike Brown, when that didn't work out, when his partnership with LeBron James didn't work out, his career kind of took a turn. Now, he didn't get completely kicked out the league, which sometimes happens to African-American coaches in that situation, but he definitely had a hard time getting a head coaching job. But he jumped on board with one of the top 10 coaches of all time in NBA basketball history, in my opinion, in Steve Kerr. Went with the Golden State Warriors, and when Steve Kerr took over for Mark Jackson, he wanted to keep that defense in place that Mark Jackson had worked hard to build. They already had a camaraderie and a chemistry. And Steve Kerr, as we all know, brought more ball movement, even more chemistry, and just a flow and a pace that just the league couldn't keep up with, and a dynasty ensued. But part of that dynasty was Mike Brown on the bench as his lead assistant and making sure the defense that Kerr wanted to keep stayed in place, and in some instances was even better than when Mark Jackson was there. Because that's what Mike Brown does. He's a defensive guy. Now, last year when he got the job with Sacramento and Steve Kerr had to sit out a game, I can't remember who they was playing, but I remember Mike Brown taking over and coaching a playoff game and Golden State getting beaten. Everybody saying Sacramento probably rescinding their offer. They don't even want Mike Brown, you know, because he's just riding Steve Kerr's coattails, I guess. But now we got to give credit where it's due. Sacramento has started to emerge as a contender for the playoffs. Yes, playoffs. They doing their thing. The last 7 games, they've scored over 120 points. One of those being the mollywhopping they put on KD and company, the Brooklyn Nets. They gave them 150. And they've scored 120 in 6 of their last 7 games. The one time they didn't score 120, they had 116 against the defending champ Golden State Warriors. Steph Curry had to score 47 points to win by 3. Coincidentally, the Warriors played him again later on. Curry only had 27, and they lost. And Sacramento put up 120 points and did what they needed to do on defense. So let's give Mike Brown the credit where credit is due. He's doing his thing. And if you don't think that maybe it's a coincidence that Sabonis and De'Aaron Fox, they all vibing now. I get it. It's just their time. No, it's Mike Brown. Look at the Warriors right now. They're having some problems right now. Player development's one thing. Having to send Wiseman back to the G League, that's one thing. But their defense being in the bottom of the league as far as defense, when that's never been a Golden State Warriors thing under Steve Kerr, that shows Mike Brown's impact. He left. Now they got to figure that out. That don't mean the Warriors won't figure it out. But it left a void, and they got to figure it out. And Mike Brown, after having some time to work with this team, started out a little rough to begin the season. He's got these boys hooping. Congratulations, Mike. I see you if don't nobody else do. All right, y'all. That's all the time I got. Y'all know what it is, and you know what you're looking for. J Heat Sports Media. Remember to like, subscribe, or hit the bell. Get at me in the comments. Let's go back and forth. Let's get these subscribers up. I appreciate all y'all getting me above 300. Let's get to 400 subscribers. Let's keep it moving, keep it pushing. YouTube is home base. On Instagram as well, at the Vault JMU414 on Twitter. And of course, what's up TikTok? I'll holler at y'all next time. I appreciate y'all getting this good content. Let me know what y'all think. Again, get in the comments. Let me know. Holler at me. I like to go back and forth.